Have you ever sat quietly on a peaceful afternoon, gazing out the window, when a thought suddenly crosses your mind? If only I had done things differently. If so, know that you're not alone. That feeling can appear unexpectedly, sometimes as a memory, a moment of reflection, or even a small regret that slowly becomes a quiet burden we carry in our hearts. According to recent surveys, nearly 80% of older adults say they have at least one major regret about their retirement. Not always about big things like, I should have been rich, but more often about the simple, meaningful things. Things like, I wish I had taken better care of my health, or why didn't I spend more time with the people I love? And for many, the regret doesn't come from bad choices. It comes from the chances they never took. But here's the hopeful truth. There is still time. Maybe we can't go back in time, but we can still learn, we can share our stories, and we can begin to shift the course of our lives, step by gentle step. That's the purpose of this channel, Elderly Rise. We believe that every year of your life still holds meaning. Your experiences are not just memories. They are your strength. And in this video, we'll explore the most common regrets that seniors have, and more importantly, what can still be done to heal and grow from them. Because life after retirement isn't the end of the story. For many, it's where the real life begins. Let's start with what seniors say they would change if they could turn back time. One of the most common regrets among retirees isn't about money or missed vacations. It's about health. Many seniors admit that they didn't take their physical and mental well-being seriously enough in the early years of retirement. When you're in your 60s and still feeling strong, it's easy to think you have time. I'll start walking more once the weather's better. I'll eat healthier after the holidays. These small delays stack up until suddenly getting up from a chair hurts and climbing stairs feels like a chore. The truth is, aging isn't just about getting older. It's about how well you manage your time, energy, and body. Many seniors say they wish they had moved more, stretched more, or gotten regular checkups while they still felt fine. They didn't realize that strength, balance, and mobility don't disappear overnight. They fade slowly and quietly until one day, independence becomes harder to maintain. There's also the matter of mental health, something that often gets overlooked. Some retirees thought they'd be naturally happy once they were free from work, but without a sense of purpose, routine, or mental stimulation, many felt an unexpected fog settle in. Some now say they wish they had prioritized brain health, stayed mentally active, and built emotional resilience from the start. Another often ignored aspect? Preventative care. Many retirees postpone doctor visits, dental appointments, and basic screenings, thinking they were still okay. But minor issues, when left unchecked, can quickly turn into life-altering conditions. Early action could have meant fewer pills, less pain, and more freedom in later years. And finally, some regrets stem from ignoring the small daily choices. Not drinking enough water, not stretching in the morning, not taking time to rest. These things may seem insignificant, but they accumulate over time. What feels like a lazy day here and there can eventually become a lifestyle that steals vitality. If you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, it's not too late. Every step you take toward caring for your body and mind still matters. But for many, the regret remains. I wish I had started sooner, while I still had the chance. We said we'd travel, then we waited. One of the most commonly shared regrets among retirees is not taking advantage of the early years of retirement to explore the world, or even just try something new. Many seniors vividly remember saying, "Let's wait until next year," or We'll go once the kids are settled, once the savings are better, once things calm down. But more often than not, that perfect time never arrives. Life gets in the way, health declines, energy fades, and suddenly the window of opportunity has quietly closed. Travel for many isn't just about seeing famous places. It's about experiencing freedom, spontaneity, and wonder while you still can. It's the joy of waking up in a place you've never been before, trying new foods, meeting people from different walks of life, and feeling alive again after decades of routine. It doesn't have to be a trip to Europe or a cruise through the Caribbean. Sometimes even a road trip to a nearby state can reignite that sense of discovery. But this regret goes beyond travel. It's also about the hobbies never explored, the classes never taken, the dreams quietly shelved in the name of practicality. Seniors often say they wish they had learned to paint, play the piano, write their memoir, or start that garden they always talked about. They thought they'd have time, but time has a way of slipping past unnoticed until it's gone. Here's the truth. The beginning of retirement is a rare and precious window. You're finally free from the 9 to 5. You may still have your health, mobility, and mental sharpness, but waiting too long to use that freedom can turn into one of the deepest sources of regret. The message many older adults now share is clear. Don't wait. Don't wait for things to be perfect. Don't wait until you feel ready, because chances are you'll never feel fully ready. And the longer you wait, the more likely it is that life, quietly but firmly, will choose for you. So if you're just entering retirement, or even if you're in your 70s or 80s, ask yourself, what's one thing I've always wanted to do but kept putting off? Even now, it's not too late to start. Maybe not the way you imagined it in your 40s or 50s, but in a way that still brings joy, purpose, and that spark of newness. Because regret doesn't have to be the final chapter, but waiting too long just might write it for you. I didn't realize how lonely retirement could be. For many retirees, loneliness wasn't something they saw coming. During the working years, social interaction happens almost automatically. At the office, at meetings, over coffee breaks, or while commuting. But once retirement hits, that structure vanishes. The calendar becomes empty. The phone rings less, and gradually silence settles in. It's not that people stop caring, it's that the rhythm of life shifts, and if we don't adjust with it, we find ourselves sitting in that stillness, alone. One of the biggest regrets seniors express is not investing enough in friendships before retirement or allowing old relationships to fade without realizing the emotional cost. Many say they underestimated how important daily social contact was to their mental and emotional well-being. After retirement, it can take real effort to maintain or rebuild those connections. But unfortunately, by the time many recognize its importance, they may feel too tired, too hesitant, or unsure of where to start again. And let's be honest, it's not always easy to make new friends in your 60s, 70s, or beyond. Social circles shrink for all kinds of reasons. People move away, loved ones pass on, or health challenges make it harder to stay engaged. But the truth is, isolation is more than just a quiet room. It's a quiet soul. Prolonged loneliness has been linked to depression, cognitive decline, and even physical illness in older adults. It's a silent health threat that doesn't always get talked about. But here's the hopeful part. It's never too late to reach out. Whether it's joining a book club, volunteering at a local shelter, attending senior yoga, or simply saying hello to the neighbor you always wave at, but never speak to, small steps can create real change. The relationships you build in retirement might not look like the ones you had in your 30s, but they can be just as meaningful. In fact, many seniors find that friendships later in life come with deeper understanding, less judgment, and more authenticity. If you're watching this and feeling that quiet ache of social distance, know that you are not alone in that feeling. And more importantly, know that there are others out there feeling the same way, just waiting for someone to go first. Maybe that someone is you. I was so afraid of spending that I forgot to live. Financial regret is one of the most deeply felt regrets among retirees. Many seniors admit they spent their working years saving every penny, only to find themselves in retirement too afraid to touch what they'd worked so hard for. The fear of running out becomes paralyzing, even when they're more secure than they realize. Some say they skipped family vacations, turned down invitations, or avoided hobbies they once loved, simply because they didn't want to spend the money. Ironically, these missed moments are now what they wish they could buy back, if only time worked that way. I didn't plan enough, and now I feel the pinch. On the other end of the spectrum are those who didn't prepare financially at all, or didn't realize how much retirement really costs. Healthcare, inflation, housing, and even daily living expenses can hit harder than expected. For many, retirement came too fast, and reality hit even faster. In both cases, whether saving too much or not saving enough, the core regret isn't just about dollars. It's about freedom. The freedom to live with peace of mind, the freedom to say yes to joy, the freedom to feel secure. If you see yourself in either side of this coin, you're not alone. And it's never too late to rethink your relationship with money. Even small mindset shifts, like budgeting for enjoyment, asking for guidance, or choosing generosity in simple ways, can create peace today, not just someday. Because retirement isn't just about having money. It's about knowing how to live with it. I didn't know who I was without my job. For decades, your career may have been the foundation of your identity. You woke up each morning with a schedule, responsibilities, and a clear role in the world. You were a teacher, a nurse, an engineer, a manager, a small business owner, someone with a title and a mission. Then retirement came, and with it, for many, came an unexpected question. Who am I now? This is one of the most quietly painful regrets many retirees face, but rarely talk about. The world around you seems to celebrate retirement as a permanent vacation, but no one tells you how disorienting it can feel when the structure of daily work disappears. The purpose that once gave your days meaning can suddenly feel replaced by long, quiet hours and a creeping sense of invisibility. Some seniors say they felt lost not because they missed the paycheck, but because they missed the feeling of being needed. The small things, answering emails, mentoring younger coworkers, solving problems, even attending meetings, created a rhythm and sense of contribution. Without it, many retirees fall into a period of emotional withdrawal, even depression, wondering if their most valuable years are already behind them. But here's the truth that often gets overlooked. Purpose doesn't retire, it just changes form. You may no longer clock in at 9 a.m., but you still have wisdom, compassion, and experience that matter deeply. Maybe it's helping raise grandchildren, mentoring younger generations, volunteering for a cause you care about, starting a small passion project, or even just becoming the consistent friend or neighbor someone else needs. Reclaiming purpose after retirement starts with a shift in mindset. You're not finished. You're free. Free to redefine what impact looks like. Free to show that value isn't tied to a job title, but to the way you show up in the world every single day. Now you might be thinking, but what can I do now? Isn't it too late? Absolutely not. Here's what you can do, starting today. Many of us don't realize how deeply we need social connection until we feel truly alone. Maybe you lost touch with old friends because life got busy, people moved, or time simply slipped away. But the good news is, it's never too late to reconnect. Sometimes all it takes is one phone call to restart a conversation that once brought you joy. That friend you've been thinking about, they might be missing you too, but just as hesitant to reach out first. Human connection isn't a luxury, it's a basic need. And as we age, it becomes even more essential. Not just to share memories, but to protect our mental health, strengthen our sense of purpose, and bring warmth to our everyday lives. Consider joining a local club, a book group, or a hobby circle. There are more opportunities than ever for seniors to meet, connect, and feel seen. Every new face could be the beginning of a meaningful friendship. And even if you're shy or unsure where to start, take one small step. You might be surprised how many others are longing for the same thing. If you have the time and energy, volunteering is another beautiful way to reconnect. By giving to others, you also give something powerful back to yourself. In every smile you share, in every hand you help, you're planting seeds of happiness that grow in your own heart too. You don't need to run a marathon or join a gym to change your life. Simply moving your body daily, intentionally, and gently can have a profound effect on your well-being. A 20-minute walk around the block, some light stretching in your living room, or even dancing to your favorite oldies can boost your mood, reduce pain, and improve balance. Many seniors think it's too late to start, but the science says otherwise. Movement at any age improves circulation, sharpens the mind, and lifts the spirit. The goal isn't to look younger, it's to feel more alive. Your body might be older, yes, but it's still capable of showing you new strength when you treat it with care and consistency. So today, move not to impress anyone else, but to honor the life still flowing through you. Your life experience is a treasure no money can buy. Maybe you failed. Maybe you've lost something or someone you thought you'd never live without. But every scar, every victory, every decision you've made holds deep wisdom. Today, so many younger people feel lost, anxious, and disconnected. What they need is a voice of calm and clarity, a voice like yours. Tell your story. Write it in a journal, share it on social media, in a video, or simply in quiet conversations with your grandchildren, neighbors, or community. Your story could offer hope. It could prevent someone from making the same mistake. It could make someone feel truly seen and understood. And most importantly, when you share your story, you'll realize that your life still matters deeply. It's never too late to feel that spark again. You know the one? That quiet excitement when your hands are busy, your mind is focused, and your heart feels alive. Maybe you used to paint, but life got busy. Maybe you always wanted to write your story, but never had the time. Maybe you've had a garden in your dreams for years, but never in your yard. Now is the time. Passion doesn't have to be loud. It doesn't have to be perfect. And it certainly doesn't have to make money. All it needs to do is make you feel more like yourself. Whether it's joining a local pottery class, playing the piano again, or even starting a YouTube channel to share your life lessons, your passion is your medicine. It gives your day rhythm. It gives your mind clarity, and it reminds you, you are still growing. So go ahead. Try something new or something old you never finished. You don't need permission. You just need to begin. Forgive yourself. Let go of the things you didn't get to do. But more importantly, let go of the harsh judgment you've placed on yourself. So many seniors carry a quiet burden. I should have saved more. I wasted too much time. I wasn't the parent or spouse I wanted to be. But the truth is, you did the best you could with what you knew at the time. You were surviving. You were trying. You were learning. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting the past. It means choosing not to be stuck in it. Every regret you carry is also a sign of growth. It means you've gained perspective, wisdom, and clarity. So instead of punishing yourself, ask, what can I offer others from what I've learned? Turn regret into compassion. Turn pain into purpose. Turn memory into meaning. You don't owe perfection to anyone, not even your younger self. What you owe is kindness, especially to the person you are today. Your past does not define your retirement, but your next decision, that's what truly matters. We've all made choices we now see through wiser eyes. But regret isn't the end of the story. It's simply a sign that we're still growing. And growth doesn't stop just because we're growing older. Maybe you feel like it's too late to start something new. But here's what we often forget. It's not about how much time you have left. It's about what you do with the time you still have. The time you have right now, today, this very moment, is still full of potential. Potential to make peace with your past. Potential to touch someone's life. Potential to rediscover joy in the quietest and most meaningful ways. So we want to hear from you. If you could go back to one moment in your life, what would you do differently? And more importantly, what's one small step you can take today to avoid repeating that regret? Because you are not alone. Millions of people at 60, 70, even 80 are still searching for meaning, and they're finding it, one small choice at a time. Maybe it's calling an old friend. Maybe it's stepping outside into the morning sun. Or maybe it's simply pausing to say, I forgive myself. Remember, you are not finished. You are not out of time. You are still worthy of love, of growth, and of rising. Subscribe and join the Elderly Rise community, where age is not the end of the journey, but the beginning of a new kind of awakening. Because here, every chapter still matters, and you still matter.